Forever After.
You know, it's clever the way they got 4 in there without having to actually use the number 4, just like they did with Shrek the Third. And since there's no clever way to do that with 5, the Shrek creative team has called it quits.
The new film is being billed as the final chapter, so we can be nostalgic for it before it even comes out.
I actually have to call shenanigans on this movie because the taglines are saying things like, "What the Shrek just happened?" and "One Shrek of a finale." Since when did Shrek become interchangeable with Smurf?
Shrek Forever After does have one bright spot. All of the original voice talent are back voicing the characters. Apparently Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Antonio Banderas, and Eddie Murphy all realized that the checks cut by DreamWorks don't bounce.
MacGruber represents the first time that a movie has been spun off of a Super Bowl commercial for Pepsi.
No, it isn't. It's based on a Saturday Night Live character.
Get out, they don't do those anymore. No, they stopped financing those like 10 years ago. I mean, certainly after the triple failure of Ladies Man, Superstar, and The Night at the Roxbury, I mean, no one's going to put any money behind those kind of movies anymore. But if it is based on a 30-second commercial, I mean, that's tricky too. Because it's risky taking something that's funny for 30 seconds and trying to make it funny for the entire length of a feature. I mean, just look at the Ernest movies, or that Oliver Stone biopic of George W. Bush.
Oh, Paul, this time it's going to be like Wayne's World and the Blues Brothers, because if anybody can pull it off, MacGruber can. All he needs is some gum, duct tape, and a little tiny hairpin. You know what's so interesting about Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time? Apparently it's based on a video game, which I have never seen. And ironically, it's being made into a movie, which I will never see.
It's the sequel to a movie that's based on a TV show that was adapted from a book that's compiled from a series of magazine articles. It's Sex and the City too. And in this one, the girls find themselves in Abu Dhabi, Dubai. Let's take a look. Well, as Americans, one thing we've learned is that nothing cures what ails you better than an extended stay in the Persian Gulf. You know, I don't get this move, taking the girls out of New York. I mean, they've essentially taken the city out of Sex and the City. So you're left with just sex. But I tell you, if they titled the movie that, more straight guys would show up to watch it.
I hear that Sarah Jessica Parker has 41 costume changes alone, and the other girls have 20 or so apiece. It's too bad we won't be able to see all that great fashion underneath those burqas. Hey, but at least they won't have to worry about their hair and makeup. In George A. Romero's Survival of the Dead, IMDb describes the plot as local residents who fight a zombie epidemic while hoping to return their undead relatives back to their human state. Okay, so this is what makes me crazy about these zombie movies. They're dead, so you kill them to make them more dead. How can you possibly be more dead? You're dead. Dead is dead. Ta-da! End of movie. You're dead.
Some franchises just won't die. They just keep coming at you and coming at you long after their inventiveness or creativity are gone. Incessant. They just keep coming. Survival of the Dead! Yeah, I actually thought that might be a documentary about the current state of George A. Romero's creativity. We'll have to see. I'm sure someone will.